They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Heineke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On third down, Heineke. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Heineke to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little...
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because...
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Heineke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Throwing on second and long. Heineke under pressure. They got him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. 21-0 our score after 1.
Raiders 21, Washington 0.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Carr eluding the pressure right.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On 2nd and 7, Heineke. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Heineke. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Heineke on first down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Heineke. Flush to his right. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Heineke. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Heineke. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal at 48 yards.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's pulled in by the rookie from Louisville, Tutu Atwell. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The final shot here before half for Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Peterson gets the call running left. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heineke now. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Play action. Now it's Carr. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a second down and 6.
Now Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Throwing his Carr on third down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown!
You have fun with this one, partner?
Yeah, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here's Heineke.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now Heineke.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
On third down, Heineke.
Pass caught left side by Humphries. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A 16 yards. And the Washington first down.
Heineke to throw it.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heineke.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Washington on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9.
This is third down and 12.
Heineke again.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth. And that's caught inside the 30. And down to the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Carr. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. From the 39, Heineke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down throw for Heineke.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on second and 10.
Heineke, he'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And they'll throw again, Heineke. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Looking to throw, Heineke.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
To the air again, Heineke.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Heineke on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.